Hello? How long's this going to take, lad, who doesn't know what an elevation angle is, given that he probably does know, but knows it proves Earth is flat, because you can't get one from a curved surface?
Oh, I see where you're hung up. You're hung up on the horizontal plane.
Yeah, the flat Earth you require. That's right. Hung up on it? No, it's proof we're on a flat plane. That horizontal plane you think we're hung up on. No, it's that thing you needed to correct to be when you said you were going to do your version of dip correction. You were going to correct your fundy sphere belief with a geometric horizon we debunked with the black swan to make it flat. So that flat plane is the thing you're hung up on. You're going to be correcting to it, aren't you, Zanuck?
If you're at an elevation...
You're stuttering. You're at a position where you need a flat plane, Fundy. It's your elevation angle. Now stutter for me as I teabag your dying globe, Faith.
You're not teabagging anybody.
Yeah, I am going to teabag your dying globe, Faith, because you're hung up on the flat plane you need for an elevation angle.
You know, it's just a plane...
Right, lovely. The surface. So the surface that's 127,000 miles away and sphere shaped, where am I going to draw the line to? The point that I took off from, which is now on the other side, I can't see it, or some other arbitrary point that's going to have a million different angle possibilities as I draw it to different points on the ball?
Because the sextant works on a change in angle. That delta angle is what you use, and that angle has an equivalence factor. Every angle you see change is worth 60 nautical miles.
So this is brilliant. So this comes back to then.
That's given to you.
He was asking you, how am I going to get that angle? What am I going to reference it to? Which is what I'm asking you. You've said that we've given you a space plumb bob. Hold on, he's rumpusing the question. The repetition he doesn't like. Try again. We've given you the space plumb bob, Zanuck, yeah? Now, what is that referencing to? Well, admittedly, it's no longer floating around in the gravityless space. In some way, it's managing to reference something. What is it referencing to?
I told you, the two horizons, averaged angle.
No, the plumb bob don't. The plumb bob. The plumb bob. Are you deaf? Plumb bob. What's that referencing?
Down. Just an angle straight down
between
the two angles of these horizons. Down to the surface of that ball. It's beneath you.
Which bit of the surface? Because that surface is curving, so every single bit of that surface will generate a different angle from our plumb bob. So which bit should I pick?
Right. So wherever it's pointing to, and as you move, sextants measure angle deviation. The angle change is what you use. That's an angle to distance equivalence factor. That's in the little slip of paper, like a Cracker Jack box. When you get your sextant, you pull your sextant out. Here's a piece of paper. Hey, every angle change you see is worth 60 miles. That's how it works.
I'm going to the moon.
Space?
60 miles on the surface of the Earth is of no value to me.
I was talking about how it works on the Earth. Now you want to talk about how it works in space?
Yeah, that's how we... Oh, so now you've lost... So let me get it straight. Now that you've got a plumb bob in a zero-G environment, still somehow pointing its way to where you came from on a sphere that's thousands upon thousands upon thousands of miles away. Now that we've got to the point that ain't work, you're like, what? We're back to denying that we're talking about being in space because you've lost? Yeah, that's what we're talking about, Zanuck. That's the second time you've had to deny the subject matter because you've lost. So you're going to stutter your way through my summary of your loss. Yeah, that's the second time you've lost in this same subject matter, Zanuck.
Okay. So how they use it in space...
So time for a question of us. No, it's time for us to gloat at your twice two DOS losses in this regard. No, not a plumb bob in space, clown. No, space is a second law of thermodynamics violation, clown. We'd all be dead if you could travel to this area with your farcical plumb bob that's always pointing towards Earth. What is it, like a magnetic compass plumb bob? Always pointing to its origin? No, clown shoes. That's definitely not part of your heliocentric nonsense religion. You're just making it up as you go along, aren't you, Zanuck? That's why you've lost twice. Okay? Not time for a question of me, sunshine.
It's only used to measure a change of angle. You can do the mirror image
Zanny,
twice.
you don't know how it works.
No, but
you need to go over to
supposedly
YouTube
out
and
of
watch Rob
gravity's
Durham's
reach.
video about the sextant. He models the Earth perfectly using the figures that are well known and accepted, and you'll see that nothing works on a globe by his model. Rob Durham, the first video on his page, AutoCAD perfect model of Earth. You'll see that nothing what you're talking about makes sense.
Of course it does. If I'm on the ground and I just forget about using an elevation angle, use a zenith change, and I give it a 60
get
mile
that?
per degree change.
How do
Hold on.
you get your zenith?
Straight up, plumb bob. We're going back to the Earth again now, by the way. He said the way it's described, the sextant does not work. And he said
What are you
someone
measuring?
proved that.
Sorry, let's just summarise. We're back on the ground. We're not in space because you've lost twice in that regard with your plumb bob in space. But now we're measuring an elevation angle.
Right.
Right, so we're going to measure an elevation angle.
Yes.
How'd you get that? Off a
Just a
curved
deviation
surface.
from vertical. Deviation from zenith.
Sorry, where'd you get your zenith? You're saying
Deviation from zenith.
from a plumb bob.
Yeah.
But you're measuring an elevation angle. Do we need to
Yes,
define
same thing.
elevation angle?
Elevation angle-
Why is it when we get to this talking about elevation angle, you start talking straight through the middle of me again? What's with that? Does this scare you, Zanuck?
Not at all.
Why, pray tell, is it that every time we get to the elevation angle question, you start talking through the middle of me? Like, for example, if I was to define it from one of the 7 definitions I've got of what an elevation angle is, and you say it's just your zenith, right? Well, you're measuring something, right? And you're measuring, we've already confirmed, you clarified that you're going to be taking an elevation angle. You said yes. So do we need to define it for you again?
No, I never said zenith equaled elevation angle.
But we're going to be measuring an elevation angle, aren't we? Yes, you've already confirmed that. So while you're throwing in zenith, and there he goes again, straight through the middle of me, what's going on? You're talking about zenith, but we're going to be measuring an elevation angle, aren't we? Yes, you've already confirmed that. So I'll ask a third time. Do we need to define what an elevation angle is for you again, for you to maybe chaff and redirect to your zenith again? Because we're measuring elevation angles, aren't we, Zanuck?
We're just finding a reference point to find an angle change. That's all we're doing. Would you agree?
We're measuring an elevation angle.
You're measuring a reference point to get
An elevation angle. You've already confirmed this. Do you want to maybe lie and say we haven't already had a confirmation of this from you already? So I can trim out your lie while you deny that we are, in fact, as confirmed, measuring elevation angles. Yes, you said. Now I'd like you to either lie or we can move on clarifying whether or not we need to define it for a second time, Zanuck. It's third attempt.
We know what the elevation angle is. That is a horizon minus refraction minus a dip angle.
Dip angle
not
being a correction for the geometric horizon in your example.
Correct. Yeah.
So we're going
whatever
to stop. Do you think I've finished? Because I've clarified that we're going to be correcting your sphere belief in a geometric mathematical only horizon. So we're going to be correcting that, you say? Tell me more about how we're going to be correcting your notion of a geometric horizon to be flat, correct? We're correcting it flat.
I'll tell you. So you got a elevation angle, which you've calculated by any means whatsoever, whatever.
You didn't calculate an elevation angle.
Well, you measure it. And you
That's right.
Okay,
So is measurement different from calculation?
Stop.
It doesn't matter how you do it. It doesn't matter how you do it.
Stop! So we're going to be measuring an elevation angle. That's where I tried to get to before. Obviously, chaff and redirect didn't work. Back on track, aren't we, Zanuck? So before you start chanting through the question, that's obviously going to be painful again, how do you measure the elevation angle with a curved surface beneath your feet? Do we need to redefine what an elevation angle is?
The curved surface will have a point where it obscures something. That point is a reference point to the celestial body in the sky. That's your elevation angle.
No, it's not.
That's incorrect. So we need to redefine for you what an elevation angle is, because that's not correct. You don't understand what an elevation angle is, Zanuck. So should we berate you for you're going to chant? Defeat means chanting. Defeat means talk straight through me, does it, Zanuck? How embarrassing. Nope. No, it's just time for us to tell you off. We're flat earthers correcting your dumb ass, and you're going to tolerate. You don't know what an elevation angle is, Zanuck. Would you like us to educate your dumbass, your
Yes, I
globe-believing, retarded ass on what an elevation angle is? Because you've defined it incorrectly because you're thick and wrong and stupid and globe-believing. So we, the righteous flat earthers, are now going to correct your dumbass. Okay? You understand? We're going to correct you because you're wrong. You understand? Rhetorical.
I've already explained it had
Rhetorical,
the
dumb
deep
shit.
angle and the refraction value
Rhetorical.
and the
Yeah,
angle
you
to
were
the star
wrong.
in the sky.
You don't understand what
That's
an
not okay.
elevation
Come,
angle.
why don't you tell me, Nathan? Tell me what the
Hush
elevation
now.
angle is.
Hush. Don't share your pain right now, Zanuck. Yeah?
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
laugh it up, fuckwit. You don't know what an elevation angle is. It proves a flat earth, my friend, because you can't have that elevation angle with a curved surface. It's not possible.
It's a reference point.
It's a reference point, is it? Citation, please.
Yes, it's all it is a reference point.
Citation, please.
Angle to the star.
Citation, please. I've got a whole bunch of them sat right in front of me. That silence is your fucking lies. No, it is not. You lying sack of shit globe-believing fuckwit here to deceive my audience. So, you moron, you do not know what an elevation angle is, and it seems you are going to attempt to lie to my audience about what you say it is, when I've got a whole string of citations in front of me, and when I ask you for yours, there's a protracted silence, isn't there, Zanuck?
The change in that angle.
There's that silence again before he changes the subject. So that wouldn't be a citation then, Zanuck. Just the same protracted silence, followed by a change of subject.
Silence. You won't get silence out of me, Nathan.
Yeah, we didn't get a citation out of you either.
Oh, do you want a citation?
Stutter for me, bitch! That's right. We didn't get a citation out of you for your lie, and what you believe incorrectly is an elevation angle. You don't know you're a globe believer here to lie. You don't understand what an elevation angle is. You want to try again?
Give us a citation for the elevation angle in live stream chat.
Yeah,
right now.
you stupid retard.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, we're demanding it. We're the flat earthers, the ones in control of the conversation, demanding your stupid ass back up your stupid shit that we know is wrong. Globe-believing retard. How long does it take?
Nothing has changed.
Hello? How long's this going to
here.
take, lying retard, who doesn't know what an elevation angle is, given that he probably does know, but knows it proves Earth is flat, because you can't get one from a curved surface?
Oh, I
Gotta
see
give
where
him
you're
time to
hung
make
up.
it up.
You're hung up on you're at the horizontal plane.
Yeah, the flat Earth you require. That's right. Hung up on it? No, it's proof we're on a flat plane. That horizontal plane you think we're hung up on. No, it's that thing you needed to correct to be when you said you were going to do your version of dip correction. You were going to correct your fundy sphere belief with a geometric horizon we debunked with a black swan to make it flat. So that flat plane is the thing you're hung up on. You're going to be correcting to it, aren't you, Zanuck?
If you're at an elevation.
You stuttering bitch. You're at a position where you need a flat plane, Fundy. It's your elevation angle, bitch. Now stutter for me as I teabag your dying globe faith.
Not teabagging anybody.
Yeah, I'm going to teabag your dying globe faith because you're hung up on the flat plane you need for an elevation angle.
You know, it's just a plane.
It's just you stuttering like a bitch while you get teabagged by a flat earther. Another protracted silence there, bitch. This ain't a citation for your misapprehension of an elevation angle that's going to prove a flat earth unless you lie about it, Zanuck. Laugh it up.
I heard him say it's just a plane,
Now,
too.
what you're looking
Exactly.
what you're
It's just a flat plane. Yeah, that we know.
Oh,
It's
wait.
a flat Earth.
Still waiting on that citation for elevation angle.
Do you want me to post the...
I'm
What?
too busy arguing with Nathan.
Too busy to cite your lies when I've got 10 of them I can post immediately? Yeah, you don't know what an elevation angle is, so now you're going to tell us you're too busy to back your lies about a globe you don't have and the flat plane you must have to measure this elevation angle, Zanuck. Cat
You
got your
don't
tongue,
need an
bitch.
elevation angle that is a flat plane.
Really? Citation, please.
When you look from an object,
Or-
Citation, please.
Shut up. Or-
Citation.
That citation, or show a right triangle with a curved adjacent.
You don't need a curved adjacent. All you need is a horizon.
You need a right triangle. You need a curved adjacent. Show a right triangle with a curved adjacent right now.
There's nothing in a sextant that requires a 90-degree angle. Nothing.
Oh, really? Okay, so let's take a look at Jacoby Harold, professor of astronomy, Columbia University, navigation, chapter 6, the sextant. Now remember, Zanuck said there is no 90-degree angle that we need with the sextant. Here we go with the professor of astronomy. The height of the sun or of any star in the sky is called its altitude, and so the altitude is always an angle to be measured in degrees or minutes. The point directly overhead is the zenith. The angle between the lines drawn to the horizon and the zenith is 90 degrees or a right angle, Zanuck.
So, Zanuck,
You're a moron.
are you ignorant or a liar?
That is an assumption.
That's a stuttering bitch right there who's here to lie to you about a globe that we don't have beneath our feet by saying we don't need 90 when using a sextant. So is it ignorance? Definitely not. It's a lying, stuttering bitch.
You don't.
You
Tell me
would
what I
know what a
don't.
sextant was if it climbed up your ass and started whistling Dixie.
Just
You're
lied.
a retard.
Lied through his back teeth. Said you don't need 90. Citation comes his way. He's asked if he's ignorant or a liar. Yeah, he's a liar. You lying scum.
I'm trying to get I'm trying to get.
Now he's laughing at us. Yeah? This is why I get furious with these pieces of shit. You're laughing at the fact you've just been caught lying. Just like Charles, the lying bastard. You are just like Charles. Caught in a lie and you start smirking and laughing. You think it's a funny thing to laugh about this globe, do you, Zanuck? You think when you're caught in your lie, that's amusing, do you? You're a lying piece of shit. I hope you have your tongue ripped out in hell.
Thing about a liar is they're calling you stupid because they think that we believe them.
Yeah, he thinks he's getting away with his lie. It's Jupiter's delight. And when he's called on it, he just smirks. It's disgusting. This is what you've got to do to peddle the
Well, hold on
globe
a second.
lie.
Let me give you your definition. I got your citation. I'll read it to
It's
you.
too late for the citation, son. You already train wrecked yourself. To remember, you
No,
said there's
I
no
didn't.
90-degree. Do not overtalk me, fucktard. The citation that is water under the bridge. You already train wrecked yourself. I don't know. You forgot. You're not present with us, but just about 30 seconds ago, you said you didn't need a 90-degree or a right angle with the sextant, right? You remember what just happened?
Yeah, I
You
asked him if he was
clown
ignorant or a liar, and then he proved to my audience immediately what a massive liar he is, reminding me of why I don't tolerate you here anymore, Zanuck. Because every time you come, without fail, you lie through your back teeth. About needing 90? Yeah, you definitely need 90. It's just that 90 proves we're on a flat plane, and when we point out to an audience that we require Earth to be flat, and any globe preconceptions you have will be corrected to be flat in order to acquire an elevation angle measurement. Yeah, that's a flat plane measurement that you're going to lie about needing 90 to acquire with a sextant, because you're a liar like Charles. You'll deny and lie about needing R. You'll lie about needing 90. You'll lie about everything that is required of you to lie about to maintain your globe faith. It's disgusting. It's the reason I didn't want you here. I forgot it's such a long time since I had your lying ass here, Zanuck. But you've proven yourself worthy of banning because you're a piece of shit liar. I don't want to subject my audience to the same frustration and anger that I'm enduring right now. It's an outrage. You're lying to our faces and laughing about it. Go fuck off somewhere else, you piece of shit liar. Get the fuck out of my show.
Thanks, Zanuck.
Don't come
Yeah.
back, lying fucker.
He's stuttering right through every time you try to explain anything about the situation. And then when he's asked for a citation, prolonged silence. As soon as you remind him about that, oh yeah, I didn't have the time.
What'd you do with your mic,
To
Alwyn?
back his lies. His citation that lies about what he claimed an elevation angle is. Totally incorrect. Sitting here with a whole bunch of them in front of him. Oh, it's a reference point to a... No, it isn't. Absolutely not. Just another lie. Why? Well, because that proves we're on a flat plane. So he's got to come and lie about that, hasn't he? 90? What, the thing we joke about you saying don't mention it? Yeah, you can be damn sure I'll lie about needing that 90. And right on cue, he did lie, didn't he?
Yep, he says we're hung up on the plane.
Yeah, that was the
It's
only...
just a flat surface. It's just a plane.
That was the closest thing we got to a concession. The reversal of the devastating point being conceding. We're hung up on needing a plane. No, both sides of this argument are going to be using a plane to measure an elevation angle. And if you've got a preconceived notion of a sphere, you're going to correct that to be flat. So we're not hung up upon it. We're rejoicing the proof. But what do we get in our rejoice? Oh, we get liars who come here to tell our audience that you don't need 90 and then laugh about it when they're called on their lie. Just like Charles called on his lie. Laughed, didn't he? Smirked. Because that's what they've got now. Bit of Jupiter's delight when they're called on their lies about a globe.
Very interesting that after today's presentation that I did on your show, that cites all of their citations about what it is, he comes to lie about it.